Hello, today's a good day, and most days are, but today we're talking about my Fender Deville amp and a recent modification I just had done to it. And this has been a great amp for me. I love this amp. I love the clean sound so much, but I've always had an issue with the volume control, and this is really important if you want to have usable volume. So this is called a pot, and this is the part that I had replaced, not only because it was wearing out, but because it's really the wrong kind. And this is the original part, and a lot of amps, unfortunately mine and a lot of amps, come with this type of pot, which is called an audio taper pot. And what that means is as you turn it up, the curve is set so that when you go from 0 to 2, which isn't a lot of turn, it's a very little bit of turn, is 80% of your volume. So it makes it very difficult to control your volume, very difficult to get usable volumes, especially on a really loud amp, any amp. So if you just want to play later in the night and not blow the roof off and still get good sound, you need to go to what's called a linear pot. A linear pot is just like the one on most guitars. So when you, on the volume control on a guitar, when you go to 1, that's 10%, 2 is 20, 3 is 30, and so on and so forth. What this does is it gives you a lot of usable volume, a lot more natural control. So I recently had my amp modified with the linear taper pot, and the audio one is out and gone. And I also had this very same pot, 2 of them replaced, this one on the clean channel, the volume, and the master for the dirty channel, for the distortion. So I thought I'd just play for you a little bit and kind of hear what we're doing. So I'm going to turn my guitar to about 8, and I think I've got my amp here on a 2. Now, with the audio taper, if I had it on 2, this thing would be blowing the roof off the house. It's just too loud. It makes it really hard to dial in the right amount of volume. So you can hear now at 2, it's a very good clean sound. To give you an idea, it would probably sound like this if I had the audio top taper pot. Very loud. Right, so back to 2, which is a nice usable volume. And I'll just play something for you real quick. Here's a... So again, I think, and I hope you can hear that, that's just the sound that I've always wanted. So I'm so happy. I can control the volume more, I can go less, I can go more. 1 is 10%, 2 is 20, 3 is 30. Instead of these darn audio pots where 1, 2, and 0, 1, and 2 is 80% of your volume. And having this done on the dirty channel, master volume, it's important too, because if you use your foot switch, if you're using the distortion on the amp, and some people do and some people use their pedals instead, but either way, a lot of the times when you switch from a clean to a dirty sound, a distorted sound, you're going to want somewhat of a similar volume decibel level output in most cases. In other words, when you go to click the distortion on the amp, it is in 10,000 times louder. And if you had two different types, if you had, you know, the linear clean pot and an audio dirty pot, you're gonna have a hard time getting those volumes to match. So it's just makes sense to have both of them be linear. So when you switch between the two, you have a lot of control on the clean and the distorted channel. So I'll just turn the distortion on here, and it's on 2, and you can. That's not too far off of the. The volume level isn't a mountain higher, right? So I'll play a little bit of the dirty channel here. So again, really good day for me, and can be a good day for you too if you own an amplifier that has one of these illegal, should be illegal, horrible, horrific audio taper pots, and what could happen for you when you go to a linear one. I've been wanting to do this for so long. I was using a volume box out of my amp for years. That's clunky. You need another box and a couple more cables, preamp in and preamp out, power amp out. And it works, but again, another thing to hook up, another thing to carry. Why not just have the volume switch work like you want it and like it should? So hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions, give me a call. I'd be happy to recommend the guy who did the work, Custom Audio Mutations, in Akron, Ohio. So look them up. Great guy, great work, great price. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.